My name is Nancy Shore, and I have been teaching primarily human behavior in the social environment. I began teaching on campus, and I absolutely love the connection and relationship that you can create in the classroom. And I have found that in the online environment you can do that, and perhaps you can even do that more strongly because you're in contact with students throughout the week. You don't see them just at one time during the week, and it's a really wonderful way to get to know students and engage with them and encourage engagement between students. So I believe the online learning environment is a very powerful one. When students come into our program, if they're not advanced standing, they begin their coursework in HBSE. I think that HBSE really helps set the foundation for their time here at the University of New England. We cover such things as, taking a critical look at the social environment and how it impacts health and well-being, and come at it from a perspective of health as a human right. I think that the course also reflects our commitment as a program and our professional values by looking at issues such as human dignity, social justice, self-determination, and of course diversity as well. There's no tests or quizzes. We have at this point, two major papers in HBSE 1 and then two additional papers in HBSE 2. And I think that the papers in HBSE 1 really get students to think about what health as a human right means to them. We read a lot of information about what others believe it is, but we ask students to reflect upon their own experiences. And it ends with a paper asking them how do they know who they are. So it's really taking the time to critically reflect on who they are, what assumptions they might hold, how those assumptions might have been formed, and what might this mean in terms of how we engage with the clients that we work with, whether those are individuals, groups, or communities. In the last HBSE 2, I would say there's a couple things I would say. One is really trying to get students to integrate some of the theories and primary content into a final paper. Again, having their voice drive the paper so we can understand what their ideas are. And the other thing that I like to see in HBSE is opportunities for creative learning and creative means of expressing how people have wrestled with the material. So people have the option of doing a poem at the end of the course. It's called a found poem or a found poetry opportunity, in which they look through the discussion boards that they've had throughout the semester and create a poem with the words found on the discussion board that reflects what the themes of the course were or how the course resonated with them. And it's just an opportunity to do something different, and what students have produced have been phenomenal. Part of what is unique is what is stated within our mission and vision statement and how that's carried through in our curriculum. And I have found that the instructors and the adjuncts are all very committed to student learning, and I know that from my experience and what I've heard is that instructors are very available and accessible and are really trying to make sure that the learning experience is a good one for students. So I like to think that that's unique, and again, just a real strong focus on social and economic justice.